Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. Today we are talking Miss Kandi BURRUSS, you guys, and she did an interview with our YouTube's own House of Aaron. So shout out to him. He secured the interview, and it's amazing. If you guys haven't listened to it in its entirety, I just am playing a small clip that I saw both on, the Peach Report and everything else, as Kandi is explaining why she fell out with Carlos King, or one of the reasons that she fell out with Carlos King. So we're going to take a listen, and then I am going to react.
Including me, because then you went on to the speak on it and somebody asked you about Carlos and you were like, we're not cool.
He is the one who stole my group's life story and sold it to TV1. And for that, I just can't get past it. I was talking to a friend. I was like, we should do like a movie about, our group's life or whatever. It was a director that Todd and I were speaking, and they was like, somebody's already doing it. And I was like, what you mean somebody's doing that? And so in my mind, I'm thinking it was one of my group members or something. And it was like, yeah, it's a network that's already because I took a meeting about directing it. And I was like, what? Oh, and sidebar, his other producing partner, one of the producers that worked for him, had called my mom, was like, oh yeah, we want to do interview you because we're trying to do a documentary about girl groups or something. So we want to ask you questions about, Escape. My mom was going to do it or whatever, but come to find out, he was the person who had did the deal with TV1 to sell our life story. And it was going to try to ask my mother questions about us unknowingly to get more information, I guess, for the show.
Wow.
So anyway, I just thought that was the lowest thing that anybody could ever do. When you're a public figure, they can do unauthorized stories about you. Never once, all them years we have been around each other, he had never once told me that he was trying to do a movie about us, and to be able and to go behind my back and to do that, and that's our life story.
Right.
I was like, I can't fuck with him ever again.
Wow. So that was very, 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 very explosive, you guys. As you guys know, those of you who are Real Housewives fans, there was rumors, of course, that Carlos King might have allegedly been behind all of the season 9 drama that happened with Phaedra and the allegations and everything else, because both were gone from the show after that particular season, you guys. And, Carlos King, of course, is now on OWN. He's got, of course, Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's got Love and Marriage DC. He's got the Bell Collective, and is trying to build something there at OWN. And this is very unfortunate that, somebody that you've had in your home, they've done business together in the past on previous TV shows and everything else, and to then use your personal information against you and sell it to another network so that you can profit off of it is just awful, if this is allegedly all to be true, you guys. But I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't think this is the only thing that has happened that Kandi has fallen out with Carlos King as well as her husband Todd. I think there's more things that took place. I think there's more shady things that took place, because if you notice Kandi, right, when you betray her, sometimes the first time you betray her, she's willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. She's willing to give you a second chance, especially if you're somebody who's known her for several years and everything else and this and that. So I feel like there were little incidents that were taking place along the way that Kandi and Todd probably found were a little bit questionable, a little bit sketch. Why are you asking these certain questions, or things of that nature? And I think this, along with what happened season 9, because around the time that he was trying to sell the life story, this would have been around the time he was still working on Real Housewives of Atlanta, allegedly. So I think this was a smoking gun. Then to bring Kandi's mom into it and not even tell her the purpose as to why she is doing interviews about her daughter's life and the group Escape and everything else. Thank goodness she found out in advance that this was going to be for a, movie or show or whatever about the life story of Kandi. It's just awful, you guys. It is just awful. You have to be careful out there, you guys, because you never know who is really your friend, especially in business, and who is there to just try to get into the come up and then try to, take different ideas from you and profit off of it. This is awful, you guys. This is completely awful. And it just puts so much into perspective. And the thing about this is that I also find interesting is, with the platform that Carlos King has now, where he's trying to like build on own this, next Andy Cohen type of situation with like the, weekly night show and the different, housewife-esque versions of the show and everything else on the network. He still has on his podcast, if you guys have paid attention, predominantly people who either used to work at Bravo on Real Housewives or are still on Bravo for Real Housewives. So it's like, it still seems that even though it's been years since Carlos King has been with Bravo, has done Real Housewives, has produced Real Housewives of Atlanta, that there's still this thing that like, it's like the center of his universe or something. Because I know recently he did an interview with Melody Shree from Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I say all of that to say, does Carlos King still wish that he was at Bravo? Does Carlos King regret, whatever the reason was, that him and Bravo are no longer working together and he is now at OWN, that, maybe what happened with season 9 obviously was too far? And maybe he's having some, regret, because it's like, why, if you are landing all of these deals at the OWN network, are you selling out your former business partner, your former friends? Who does that, allegedly? So this is going to be very interesting. I expect Carlos King to respond, most likely on his podcast, to Kandi's, allegations that he stole her life story and sold it to OWN. So I will be on the lookout for that to see if and when, or if he does or does not address any of this. And go from there, because he may come back and be like, oh, well, this was something that we talked about, and, it was supposed to be on Bravo, but she's upset it's on OWN. Like, we don't know, obviously there's 2 sides to the story, but then there's 3 sides where the truth sometimes is in the middle. I believe Kandi, because when her lip starts quivering and she starts crying and everything else, like, she's telling you the truth. It is not fake, and she's being legit. And she is very serious about her money and her brand and her reputation. And so for somebody to try to profit off of that and go behind her back like that is just, allegedly, that is just not cool. That is just not cool. And it just speaks to, why certain people, once they show you who they are, believe them and keep your distance. So there is that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think about this story? What do you think about what Kandi has to say about Carlos King allegedly stealing, Kandi's life story and selling it to OWN? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.